It's a warm welcome back to the program, The Conversation here on Lagos Television. Of course, before the break, we did tell you that we're still staying with all of the trending stories from Chivido 2024, the Glitz and the Glamour. Of course, for some time, it will remain the talk of town. So many other things that a lot of people didn't get to see, that they're probably still catching up on the social media. And of course, the facts that perhaps it was a wedding on a Tuesday and he still witnessed such a crowd and of course still pulling all of the strings. What if it had happened on a Saturday or on a Sunday? Maybe the whole of Lekki would not have slept for 2 weeks. All right, we do have a guest in the house today whom together we'll be taking a look at all of this trending issues. Oluwatomisi Adebokola, she is a media practitioner. And like my producer said, she's a socialite.
Basically, I love going for parties.
I mean, so.
Did you attend the wedding?
God.
Online.
Oh my God. I was working like you. Come on.
But you were catching up on all of
the drama was too much to ignore.
You know,
for me, it was I love drama.
The drama before, during, or after?
Oh my God. So the photo shoot started, the whole conversation. So I'm usually more interested in the below
the scenes.
The below conversation. So there's always the steer cloth. So I knew that beef had started, you know. A lot of, I was expecting more drama, honestly, because before when the pictures started coming out, people were putting it on the timelines, everybody was talking about this wedding. They didn't have invites. That was a problem. You know, they wanted to know where it was. They wanted to bombard the place. And then the drama, you know, and the secrecy that shrouded the entire carrying of the invites to people. People were not invited. We already knew some people don't want to be
Well, everybody cannot be invited now.
Bless you. Because me, I was thinking, you know, I grew up in Osun State. I was thinking that the whole of my state would come. Because if they had done the wedding, and the whole of my state comes.
So who would stay there?
I don't get it. I mean, but the drama was there. Pre-wedding drama, wedding day drama.
And then after the wedding drama, we're still witnessing plenty drama as we speak.
You see that plenty drama after the wedding?
We
don't mind our business in this country. We have problem.
Hey, that is what the drama is all about. That's part of the drama.
So
if we
should I be serious? If we say what is in my mind.
If we mind our
especially for somebody in the business of entertainment like Chivido.
You see, Chivido isn't the first musician, star to get married. But the gospel ones and the last wedding. See, when I started hearing about the drama, the last wedding that I could remember, the attracted this much, seemingly little, was Vicky James' wedding.
No, okay.
You get, so I remembered and I was like, okay, let me see the similarities. And then Sharon got married now. Was it not just yesterday? So I'm like, okay, was there going to be a repetition of the drama? Because people are dissed Sharon. On top, they don't know the husband. We don't know the person. The person is an older man. She's a second wife.
She's a fourth wife. Because I read that one this morning, that she's a fourth wife.
Oh my God, he's an old man. They can't see the man on wedding day, everybody want to die. Social media has been agog with a lot of drama. We like not to mind our business in this country.
That is where the
that is why people are hungry.
Oh my.
Yeah.
But when you look at the quality of the party, the one in Lagos and the one in Abuja, it doesn't really show that we are hungry.
Hey, do you want to go there? Do you really want to go there?
It's part of the conversation.
You are talking about Nigerians who borrow money to do party. You're talking about Nigerians who borrow money to buy ashwebi for somebody's party, despite the fact that they cannot boast of a meal tomorrow. You're talking about Nigerians who would rather beg, squeeze themselves into their friends' itinerary just to make sure that I tag along. That way I must tag along. People go for people's family burial party without knowing them. People hear that so-so person who's that no so-so person, that no so-so person, that no so-so person. 7 generations down the line wants to bury their grandmother. They go borrow money, buy clothes, do makeup, do this, that, just to be a part of the wedding. You know why? Because we're more about the glitz. We want to take pictures and the selfie.
And social media isn't helping us.
I was that thing is a devilish. It's causing more damage in our country than good. It's necessary. We need it. We can't suddenly shut ourselves. We're not China. We can't shut ourselves out and say we don't want to be. But that thing is causing more damage, especially to the other generation. So I'm looking at it and I'm saying, if we are this confused and there's this much drama and problem with social media in 2024, and we're talking about Gen Z, what's going to happen with the Gen Alpha? Do you know what will happen to those kids?
Let's go back to all of the Glitz and the Glamour at that wedding. If nothing, Davido exhibited joy, happiness,
Extreme.
that day, and he was.
This is a bad question.
And you know, he was all smiles. He said, "I love you" to practically everybody that day. It was all about hugging people that day, and it just
Dance. Did you see the dance with our governor?
Oh,
Yeah,
with Governor Jackson. And you know, we've joked about that Uncle Jackson should actually be his father.
Honestly, because at some point I was confused. Is he actually the father of the groom?
See, let me just tell you, Davido's dad is a very serious billionaire. He's a Dangote kind of person. You know,
Reserved. Doesn't have time for.
But did you see that Davido had to go drag the father out to say,
at
"Daddy,
some
dance with
point.
me
I
now."
mean,
You know,
today
this
now,
thing
just do this.
But is the person that vibes with him on a different level. And I tell you, that man
uncle.
knows more of his secrets than the father would ever dream about. That's his uncle. That's his uncle. The uncle also came for that way. He came ready now.
It was ready.
He came ready.
It was.
He came ready to.
With his Ashwaju of Ede.
You saw?
Just there.
On the camera.
He's the only man I know that became an Ashwaju and carry it. There's a placard, though. That's our governor has placard on top of
Yes,
it.
yes,
governor. Which one does he respect more? Being a governor,
Who's
being an
governor?
Ashwaju.
My governor is Governor Balaji Sanwo-Olu.
But you just denied your governor.
I grew up in the States.
You just denied your governor.
Where are you
No,
from?
honestly, I grew up in the States.
Where are you
In
from?
Osun.
I'm actually from Ondo State.
Oh, so but you grew up in Osun.
But I grew up in Elisha.
But you
so-
identified with the
Enough of
governor.
your attention on the governor
It's
of Osun
our
State, please.
governor now.
Enough of your attention on the governor of Osun State, please.
Enough of my attention.
Yes.
Because he's the trendiest governor in the whole of the Southwest.
Yeah, Ashwaju.
I mean, Ashiwaju of Ede was right there.
Right
and he was
there.
dancing with a young man. And
It had
I
fun.
think Davido had a lot of fun. And I think, to be very sincere, every governor that went for that event had a lot of fun.
Right.
And then I think it bridged the gap as well. People were confused. They saw Sheyi could come for that wedding and they were like, what's happening?
Yeah.
You
First
guys,
son.
are you kidding me? Are you kidding me right now? Rich people don't vibe like that. They don't understand. It's a money something. What are you
I
talking
think it was
about?
an
It's a
avenue
class.
for everybody to just relieve their tension.
There's no tension. The tension is on social media. There's no tension.
That party
Nigerians are
was a
confused.
tensionless party. It was a gathering of.
Did you see Sheyi? Have you ever seen Sheyi Tinubu wear anything other than black?
He wore white.
What white?
He wore white for Davido's wedding.
But his trainers was black.
It
Black
doesn't
and white.
matter. The point was that the guy wore white. He was intentional about coming for that wedding. It was a conversation. Bros, you're coming for my wedding. Oh, you know now. I'm arriving my boys now. And he came with his people. And you see the way he was even gisting outside the place, you know, having fun. The truth is that, please, rich people do not understand all of this, our drama that we do on social media.
It's
As far as
another
they're
class
concerned, it's
entirely.
business, it's politics, it's business. And
Yeah.
they don't actually become enemies after. We, poor, I'm not poor.
We imagine that
I'm
they're
sorry.
enemies.
Nigerians who imagine that they are poor usually imagine that because you belong to different sides of the divide when it comes to politics, you are definitely enemies. So, first of all, that was the first drama Nigerians were talking about. And then they come, they're saying, this celebrity will not be invited. That celebrity will not be invited. Oh, this one will be invited. They now found out that everybody was there.
But very dark man said Iyabo Ojo and Paul Okoye were not invited for the main party. They were invited for the after party.
You actually want me to talk about that?
Yes, please do.
Why exactly do we give credence and attention to mediocrity as a country?
Did you
Somebody
speak with
got
Obama before
ma-
coming for this show?
Eh?
Did you speak with a big Obama before coming for this show?
No, I didn't. I didn't.
Okay.
No, but sincerely, somebody got married. It was joyful. That was what you said. The wife was extremely happy. She was overwhelmed. I'm sure every woman that looked at Joma very well could see that she was overwhelmed. She's not really, she doesn't strike me as the outgoing kind of person. But she's in that field. She's married
Because
to
of the person
somebody.
she's married
you
to.
know, even Even before they were married, she was always this tag along, I'm supportive. But you know that she's the kind of person that just wants to enjoy her life, you know, just have fun and not be encumbered by all of this drama. She doesn't respond on social media. She has a manager to do that for her. And, you know, the girl is having all of the fun. She had fun at the wedding. The husband was the life of the party. They went on their honeymoon, JJ. You people sat down. Did Davido consult anybody when he was giving anybody invites? You people now sat down. You carry ring lights. You went back to your house. For wedding where you don't give them any money. You carry ring lights. You get time. Carry ring lights. Sat down and started spewing nonsense. It's the timing for me. It's the fact that for every time somebody does something good, these guys just want to trend. So they jump on the shoulders of an elder. They usually don't look for their mates. They look for somebody that can kill them, practically. Someone who can overwhelm them, and they try to make a mockery of the person. Is the Yabo VD man's mate? No, let's look at it. Is Queen Mother, are they mates?
Queen Mother.
No, sincerely, our society has so gone bad that we no longer respect our elders. I can't meet Auntie Yabo on the road and say Yabo. I will still kneel, genuflect and say Auntie Yabo. That's how I was brought up.
Very dark man.
I'm proudly brought up. What are you talking about?
It is the Yorubas that are big on respect.
What are you talking about? I have not seen an Igbo person. I work with them. Obi Kubana would meet Kanayo. They still bend. Bros, money they talk. But when they are talking, you would understand that they respect one another. And Awusa man respects an Awusa man.
Sure. Right. Part of
irrespective of wealth, there is still respect.
True, I agree.
So where exactly did we throw all of it?
Yeah, I agree with you totally. And this is where some of the things, the very negative side of the social media, that I don't know how we're going to go back.
How did they become influencers? I think that's the question we should be
asking.
asking.
The bloggers have given them all the opportunity.
Are you sure they're not the corporate organizations that the people want to sell one to cover on social media?
No,
so I'm making them ambassadors.
So I mean, so this very person that we're talking about, what kind of ambassador is he? But again, I think the bloggers also have a huge role to play here. If you stop also giving them all of the attention, every little thing they do, you spread it. Every little thing they do, you latch on it and make it big.
Who follows them? Who comments on
the people?
Pages?
The people.
This guy started by pretending
to be an activist,
to be our supporter. He was talking about women. Remember, his conversation was always about women.
He used women as a stepping stone.
So
it was a strategy.
He used that to gain ground. So people were like, oh, he's an activist. And then the Mohbad story started. So I understand Uncle Paul when he said, you seem to wake up every morning and dream about Yabo. Because I think that's the idea here. You wake up in the morning, the first thing, did you see how he came forward during Mohbad's case?
Yeah.
I am not a fan. As a matter of fact, I don't follow on social media. I'm serious. I do not. People are entitled to live their lives and activism in whatever manner they choose to. I may not agree, but I will not come out and say, I don't agree with your method. If you say something that I feel is damning about the country, I would respond. As long as it's not damning about me, as long as it's not damning about my social class, as long as it's not damning about my country, I ignore. But the truth is that people keep following. So I see it as joblessness. So a lot of people follow these trends on social media because they are rather unhappy in their private spaces and just need somebody to vent their anger on. If you spend the amount of money and the time that you spend buying data and the time that you spend commenting and trolling people on social media on your personal life, something will come out of it.
Things will have changed.
You will make money. I'm serious. I see people, do you see the man that is pushing a cart in the market, helping people to carry things from place to place? They build houses. I did a survey a while ago about this bike men in Lekki. And they said that they do a job every day.
Daily contribution.
And they say they do 1,000 every day. One, the keke guy, the tricycle guy said he does 3,000 naira a job on a daily basis. And I had to ask him, okay, so what do you use the money for? He said, that's how I take care of my family. So I did a calculation. As at the time when I was doing that survey, I wasn't earning 90,000 naira in a month. And this young man was saving in the informal sector, saving 3,000 naira every day for 30 days, 90 days. Those guys work 6 a.m. in the morning, they work till 8 p.m., 9 p.m. sometimes at night. They're willing to put in the hours. They're willing to put in the work. They're willing to do whatever. Do you see them on social media trolling people?
Because they don't have
Where's the time? Okay, let's talk about
It's joblessness.
Let's talk about the quality of costume.
Oh my God.
The designers cashed in.
And I don't think Choma's clothing was really that expensive.
Not even Chama, I'm talking about those that came for the wedding.
Some people are in debt right now.
And some people overdressed.
I mean,
I'm sorry, social media. I'm sorry, Nigerians. Where did they get those tailors and designers that make clothing for them that show us their nipple?
but it is what you've asked for, so why would you blame the tailor?
Showbiz.
Hold on. Did you say you've asked for?
I mean,
They.
oh yes, they, not you. I mean, so that's the style they asked for. They will kill a tailor if you don't show me the cleavages.
And they also needed some
Problem.
attention at the party.
Sometimes those things are not attention.
Let me shock you there.
Those
Let me
things-
shock you. People look at you at a party like that. People are looking for class. They're looking for elegance. So I attend certain parties, sometimes as an MC, sometimes as a guest, and people always come back to say, "Oh my God, let me say, I just love your dress." I went somewhere yesterday, and it was all about my dress, and I kept saying, "It's Ankara." Like,
It's not how expensive it is.
But you see, people at such parties do not look at naked girls. Do you know why? The people around them, they are too respectful, both to the people around them and then to themselves, that they dare not. So they see, they're like,
I can't turn.
like, I really can't look in that direction, because once you look in that direction, everybody is looking at you to say, what exactly
Are
is
you
it like? Those are the kind of clothing that you wear to a club,
Right.
not to somebody's respectful wedding. I mean, a wedding is a respectful event. Somebody went for burial the other time, and you wore one dress that was like this, and you used the same ashwebi. Do you know the funny part? They buy ashwebi together now. You
Yes,
will
now.
buy, I will buy,
And
I
then
will buy.
you
know,
take
share.
in yes, no.
The truth is that when they say the ashwebi is 500,000 naira, they will put their money together, and everybody will now buy that same 5 yards. One.
So you
you
get
share.
one yard,
They will get
and
one
then
and
you
half one.
mix with. You go and
The
mix with
fattest will
something
pay
else.
more, and that one will do like 2 yards. Then
Yeah,
they will
but
now
that's
mix
easier
with
for
something
women.
else.
Not for guys.
Have you ever seen a man mix fabric to go for a wedding? Have you seen a man cut his clothes this way and this way
Yes,
and show
ma'am.
half of his stomach
Sometimes.
when he's going for someone's wedding? Someone's wedding? No. It's the ladies that want to go for the wedding looking trashy. For me, it's looking trashy rather than looking elegant and beautiful. And they spend so much money on it, and by the time some people enter that wedding, sorry, their makeup.
It's already coming down.
The makeup
already.
is running, and
already-
it looks more scary than beautiful.
man.
Sorry, guys.
Women.
It's not your fault.
Yeah,
eh?
man.
You were just
Sometimes.
going past your boundary.
Another
Nobody went to
class,
where they
another
invited you
class
to.
that I saw at that wedding was the arrival of King Sunny Ade.
Oh, my. That man is so...
Ageless.
Oh, God.
And you know now he's set to perform, and you know still there you can still miss
man
out
still
all of the class, physio around KSA, and again that for me shows the fact that yes, this is classy.
So why were trashy people there?
Those ones will always be there. It's the generation.
Oh, so the trashiness is in a generation?
I guess so.
They'll come for you.
How?
Do we?
Because maybe I'm not in that generation as I will
Of
wear
course,
trash.
you are. Of course, I am not.
I won't wear trash.
As a matter of, let's just tell you, we are not in that generation. We don't understand
I
trashiness.
don't. I really don't get it.
Like really, King Sunny Ade's music is beautiful, it's soulful, it's elegant, it's
Matured.
something matured, and but young and old.
you can resonate.
You watch a little, you know. There's just something about high life music, easy way, that is soothing in a way, and everyone wants to identify, old, young, you know, everybody. So Davido is getting married. Who exactly were you expecting to play that? No.
Olamide was there too.
Yeah, to perform
It
at
was
the
a
after
surprise?
party.
Yeah.
At the after party, he did perform, but that was not what Davido's daddy's class.
True.
Olamide was for the Gen Zs.
Well, for
Olamide
Davido's,
was for Davido's people.
They are Gen Z now.
See, our
Yeah, so-
governor and his people and Davido's daddy and our other governor, they are Sunny Ade kind of people. You know, there's just the class. They want to go, they just want to be, the man will be dishing out the songs and they'll be singing along because, you know, they live
yes,
in
the
that
kind of melody they can
generation.
resonate with.
it's a melody, music, words that they can relate with. And for me, that wedding was a beautiful event.
It was.
Up
It
and
was.
down.
But
the
the traffic?
the decor was not overtly,
Was
you
not
know,
too crowded.
it was just, the decor was just beautiful. It wasn't all that. It wasn't too glamorous. It wasn't too much.
It was befitting.
The clothing was beautiful. It wasn't too much. The people were classy, apart from the other side.
Okay.
Majority of the people were classy, but the traffic.
Yes,
You
let's
said,
talk about
you said
the traffic.
Chioma was quite simple in her outfit.
Yeah,
and,
she was.
there was a
I
particular
didn't like the
outfit.
trad one though.
There was a particular outfit worn by Davido that I love so much.
Which of them? Just tell me the color.
The one that
At
looked
the
like
front.
that
Like
of Edo
the
State.
Edo,
Oh,
Yeah.
the one where you had a
It was
kind of
white and
wrapper, a
red.
white, and it was really nice.
But
You saw Choma's version of it.
I did.
That's the one I don't like.
why?
It wasn't.
It wasn't there. But
I know, you said
I
it's very
understand
simple.
it because my place as well, if you were getting married, you'd have to try one small wrapper around your chest and then another one.
What if there is
around
an
your
accident?
waist. So that's what
you
you
will-
wear.
you will
I'm not
avoid
joking.
it.
That's what you wear.
What if there is an accident?
You will avoid the
You will
accident.
avoid the accident. They used to tie it.
You know what I mean?
Let me tell you, they used to tie it.
Okay.
Like
There's
it's
a tie. There's a tie.
But one thing that a lot of people, of course, you know, aftermath of that was they didn't see much of Choma's mom at that event, and this is where the comparison with Sharon's wedding came in yesterday,
Yes.
where we saw Sharon's mom in her beautiful beaded traditional attire, and of course Choma's mom was in Iran Buba, and of course she had the ashoke, but then a lot of people said, isn't there a closeness between Choma and her mom, and a kind of, you know, there was just that gap.
There was no mom-daughter
Yes,
moment.
that
Yeah.
moment,
Entire wedding.
and you know, a lot of people that got a lot of people talking, and then of course you had the people who said, oh, Shebi, it is Choma's. I mean, she's the bride. Why didn't they go to the east to get the wedding done? You know
That's
how.
another angle.
You know how, but then some people said security is an issue
I
in
don't
the
think
east, and
so.
if all her family members also were in Lagos, and the
why
father
are they going to
decided that,
this?
I mean, why couldn't we do it?
What if it's the head of his family?
Who? Chioma?
The
His
father.
the father.
Okay.
If he's the oldest man in his family,
And
he
he's in
doesn't,
Lagos.
and he's in Lagos, they come to him. He doesn't need to go to them. It is only when it is a younger person that they would have to go home. And you see, one thing I've discovered about our tradition is our tradition responds to money. Especially for some that, you know, our tradition in some parts of Nigeria respond to money. So I had a little sister who wanted to get married last year, and they wanted the husband, she was getting married to a Yoruba man, she's an Igbo girl. They wanted her to come with the husband to the village, and she refused because her father is late. She told the mother, I'm not going there with my husband because I know that they're going to practically siphon everything that we've ever
Drain
seen in
the
our
man.
lives and drain him. So she told the mother to go to the village, have a conversation with them, get a figure. And then the mother came back, got the money, went back there, and performed all the rites on their behalf. Now, when the wedding, the traditional wedding itself took place, village came to Lagos.
They have settled now.
So you see, the
The money
idea
factor.
of going to the village responds to money factor. When it comes to the mother and daughter relationship, people have relationships with their parents. Why do we not mind our business?
Right.
Was Chioma raised by the mother? Do you know if they lived in separate houses? Do you know if the
mean,
father
nobody-
and the mother were
yeah,
not
so
even married to
together,
each other?
right.
And they were married to separate people? They just came together for the purpose of the wedding? Has
There's certain
she?
things that
It's
yes, you
not your
can't-
business.
Okay, but beyond all the razzmatazz now, life after the party,
They just silently wash up Nika and
do you
jeans
think,
and they are
gone.
do you think they are going to be under any pressure?
See, I think the advice that, I can't remember the person who gave that advice to Davido. Sorry to mention this, when I think it was after they lost their son, and said, keep your matter, your life out of social media. I think the person who gave that advice was very apt. There's going to be a lot of pressure. See, the way you have trashy people is the same way you have these trashy people wanting to trash your wedding and trash your marriage.
And wanting to poke their nose.
They will drag you and drag you and drag you until you respond. They will enter your life and want to be a part of your business until you kick them out. So I think Davido seemed to be more matured now in how he handles certain things, but I think he needs to also learn some of these things from his father. Yes. You see, something I've learned about billionaires is they're not loud.
They're not.
They're not loud people. Unfortunately, the showbiz business is a loud business. But there's a way to balance being loud with being calm. That's the Two-Face style. You need to learn. Two-Face has always been in the eye of the storm, but somehow that guy just finds a way to stay out of people's business. His wife is even now more in the public, people's eyes and all that than he is. Davido has achieved that kind of success. It needs to find a balance. He has children now who people will come for. He has a wife who people will go for. And trust me, has children. And that factor, there would also be some measure of bad belly here and there with the mothers, their families, friends. It will not be coming from these baby mamas. It will be coming from their friends who just want to create problem in Choma's wedding. They will now start advising the woman in question, give him more problem. Oh, demand for more this. Oh, do this, didn't you see that I bought this car? People will just get into his business. He has put himself out there with a kind of lifestyle before this marriage started. He needs to find a way to balance it out, withdraw from the public sphere, come out when you need something, come out when you're putting out the music, come out when it is necessary, but then recede back into your shell and maintain a balance in your life. Your wife is not the kind of person who is popping around for social media attention.
Right.
She's the kind of person that wants to just enjoy her life. So allow her that space, that moment, and then maintain it. Being a family man is not as easy as a lot of people seem to think it is. It is not, especially when you have money and you have glam around you. It is the razzmatazz will keep entering into his head, entering into his space. He needs to find a clean space, and I think the best person to give him that is his father.
All right, of course, we might need to leave this conversation here this morning.
Let's talk about the traffic.
You're still coming back to the traffic. Okay, well, let's talk about that, because I know that a lot of people took a swipe at that wedding because of the traffic. It was a school day. A lot of mothers didn't get to pick their children on time. A lot of them.
Are you sure it was Davido's wedding that was the problem?
And the flood.
It was part of it.
It was part of it.
Was it the cause?
Part of it.
It was part of it.
Anything can be a part of it.
But so, are you privy to any other thing that could have caused the wedding?
That
could have caused the traffic?
Breakdown. They said there was flooding. And there was lots of water on Lagos Road that day.
There was, but the building was also part of it.
So
it was in the heart of Lagos.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
So if somebody now, was there rain yesterday and traffic?
There was no traffic yesterday, but there was rain.
But there was rain.
Yes.
And then there was a wedding, right?
Not in Lagos.
It was in
Oh,
Abuja.
that's
It was in
true.
Abuja.
See?
I knew you were coming there. See?
You wanted to compare.
So, you know the truth. Davido got married in Lagos.
Yes.
Sharon got married in Abuja.
Abuja.
Was
Yeah.
there traffic in Abuja yesterday?
I don't know.
was no traffic.
We were not there.
We were not there.
There was not, because
the right answer is
online,
we were not
people
there.
did not complain about traffic.
Because
Even
Abuja
if there was-
traffic can never be as bad as
Even
Lagos traffic.
if there was traffic, it was manageable.
See, the truth is, I don't think we have a measure with which we can say, oh, Davido's wedding affected the traffic.
It did.
20% or 40%. I'm not saying it didn't. Every event does.
Every event does.
Especially when it's happening in the heart of Lagos. You see, if there is a wedding in your compound, this road is all
Definitely. But again, you know that...
but the flood was more of the problem. And Lagosians are not as patient as they should be.
When driving?
When driving, especially when you're driving.
And
during
Lagosians will also still
when there is
park
flood.
indiscriminately when there are events.
Some
So
people
it's all
would say
about
it's raining, they'll park their vehicles.
So it's
and they
about
will
the
jump
people.
Okada in the middle of the road.
It's
They will
about
say
the
because
people.
it is raining.
Yabo jumped on Okada that day.
At least
I
she
didn't
got
want
Because
to
she was
mention
getting late.
I didn't want to mention anybody's name.
I,
but
I
I
read,
just
that was
said-
what I read.
But she wasn't the one driving, remember?
I know. But
So
she left her vehicle.
Well, somebody else drove the car out of the place. But what about the Lagosians who
I
also
beg, I
did
beg,
not
I
move
beg,
their
I beg, I beg, I
Some
beg.
parked their vehicle on that road and left. Do you know? Some people said they were going to pick their children in school. Do you know some other fathers would have parked the vehicle inside that rain, jumped Okada to go to the school to pick their kids, and possibly take a Uber back there? and say-
Uber where?
You pay a lot of
Uber
money.
where? When you couldn't take your own car, you want to take Uber.
You don't know what people used to do. You're going this way.
Okay.
And then
go.
you
There is no
come,
traffic
so
on the other
coming,
side.
okay,
There's
so
usually no
coming
traffic
back.
on the other side. So they go, they do this back. They keep their children maybe in Nanitri. Then they come back to come and hustle inside that traffic. Then they start turning. When Lagosians turn in the middle of an expressway for you, you would understand that people can be crazy. This is our Lagos. Oh.
I know.
People can be really crazy. But I think the bulk of the problem was wedding, flood, rain, rain and flood,
And our
then
attitude when
bad
driving.
driving.
Okay.
It was terrible.
You've mentioned the fact that these are Lagos. Did you grow up in Lagos?
I think I got to Lagos when I was 15.
Okay.
I
And
was
you've been in
15.
Lagos since,
And I've been in
since
Lagos,
then? Okay, so where in Lagos?
Oh, I've lived everywhere. I started with Ogba, from Ogba to Surulere. From Surulere, I've lived in Ojota. I've lived on the island. I've lived in Anthony. I've lived in Magodo. Yeah.
Okay,
You've lived
so
everywhere.
The only place
culminating-
I've not lived in this Lagos is
Is
Aja
Ikorodu?
Is
and
Aja.
Lekki, and I've
Okay.
never lived there.
So culminating all of those places.
Ikorodu. Ikorodu is part of Lagos now.
There is
All those places
Out
that
of land.
wait, all those places you've lived in. Tell us where won't you forget in a hurry, judging from the experience that you want to share.
Oh my God. Lagos is a whole lot of drama, but I would never forget Surulere in
Why?
a hurry. I lived in the part of Surulere where people talk about Kokagoda, Sonya. I lived in the Sonya part of Surulere.
Okay, that's close to the
Where-
express now.
Yeah, close to the express on the side, in between Adetola and the Adelabu end. That's that end. I knew young people in another light, a totally different light. I saw talents and all that, and people were really talented there. But it's the kind of lifestyle that I saw in that area. How young people cross canal. Parents give you money to go to school. They cross canal.
To go to school.
Yeah, so that they can use the money to buy something when they're coming back. Intentionally. I grew up in Elisha. In Elisha, they dare not. The day I trekked home, there was a taxi. I trekked home, and we were practically running because I wanted the experience. My mother beat me black and blue. I can never forget. I still have the mark. But children in Lagos, I don't think there's enough punishment and all that. So I see that there is this loose handling, of kids generally. They live precariously. Everybody just... Surulere for me is the place of anything goes. Especially if you live in the slummy part of Surulere,
Alright.
which was where we
you
stayed.
lived.
It was everything goes. But when I got out of Surulere, I saw another different kind of people when I got to Ketu.
Kitty is another place.
Oluwalogbon.
Where?
My 12, the back of my 12 to be
Okay.
precise. Oh my God. I saw parents who wake up in the morning, put a plate on their child's head. 2, 4, 6, age group. The 2-year-old carries his plate like this. The 4 carries the plate. And the 6 holds the 2 of them
Where are they going to?
to go and buy food. On a typical Saturday morning.
Oh, they don't cook.
Cook? Did you say cook?
Oh, they don't cook.
Oh, no.
They buy.
They buy.
Okay.
So they buy one yam. I'm not joking.
And when they're coming back, is it covered?
They carry their plate. It's
Or they're
actually.
eating and walking?
I'm not talking about takeaway plates. I said plates. The one they want to use. They use stainless plates.
And even if you are buying outside, you have to cover your food.
What?
Please.
What are you talking about? They carry the plate.
So, one yam.
One yam. And they put stew. Then the children carry like this. I'm not joking. I see these children going to school on a typical Monday morning, dressing on the road, and you think this child is maybe like 10, struggling to belt the
What
belt
time did they
and-
wake up?
Because the parents apparently send them to do plenty things. Parents in
So-
certain parts of Lagos are so lazy that the government needs to start arresting them.
Right.
Because you see this child doing so much in the morning when he's supposed to
Before
be in
they go to
school.
school.
And then by 8 o'clock, he's now running, my teacher will beat
they
me.
will
My
get
and,
late.
and the mother is still saying, Toba no e ogbe, Toba no e ogbe.
Like, who caused the
if they
Toba
beat
no e?
you,
You are in
like if they beat
trouble.
you, you are in trouble. But the point is that you are the one who gave this
them
child
to be late.
responsibilities that are not theirs early in the morning. Irresponsible parenting has never had meaning to me until I started
you saw
living in
that.
Lagos. When I started living in Lagos, I saw it. The poorer, the more irresponsible sometimes.
Okay, perhaps another time we'd have to bring Oluwatomisin back to talk about issues.
Your bad
around
side of
our-
Lagos.
Our community.
You don't want to talk about the bad side of Lagos.
No, she'll
Let's talk about the good side.
She'll talk about her Lagos experience generally. But most definitely she'll pick on the good.
The good.
The
Perhaps
good, the bad, and
side
the
would
ugly.
overshadow the bad side, perhaps.
Okay, are we talking about people or are we talking about governance?
No, not
No,
governance
not
now.
governance.
Your experience.
We're
My
talking about-
experience as a
yes, your
Lagosian,
experience.
it's been beautiful, colorful.
So we'll bring you back to talk about that. Not governance.
I won't talk
That's
about
the
good or
good
bad.
parts.
No. It's
You
colorful.
have never lost your bag or your phone.
Oh my God, I've been robbed at gunpoint.
Uh-huh.
I was reading news, I was robbed at gunpoint. My phone was snatched. My purse was returned back to me after they took out the
After
money.
they took what they needed.
Trust me, I have enough Lagos stories.
Okay. Thank you so much for coming on the program
been a
today. We
pleasure.
appreciate
It's been a
you. We'll
pleasure.
take a quick break. When the conversation returns, we'll take My Community. And today we will learn about a particular festival in Lagos, of course, in Ikate area, somewhere in, is it Victoria Land or Etiosa? They will come and tell you about it in a bit. Debingpe will, of course, take. Debingpe, who are you bringing to your side today?
Bringing two high chiefs of
that's right.
Ikate
Adebayo
Kingdom.
should join. There's no dance. He won't dance.
But he said there's no dance now.
After gisting now.
I'm having a day because
Even when you're not having a headache.
Suddenly,
Even when you're not having a headache,
I'm even
Ajibola,
feeling sleepy.
I don't expect you to dance.
really?
You're dozing already.
yeah.
Oh my
Ajibola.
God. Sometimes I wonder how your growing up was like.
These
Go
meats
back.
that I
Is it
collected
the
from
last one?
Adibingbe, I don't know.
You will pay. You will pay back so dearly.
We'll be back after this short break.